Hi everyone, I'm Paul and I tell you everything you need to know about the artisanplus planning and inventory solution for coffee roasters. Today we are focusing on how to create reports on your roasting history. This is also very helpful for any kind of customs or tax reporting you have to do. Before we go to the report section, let's have a quick look at our roast list. When we change the sort order, we see that our first roasts are from beginning of 2024. Now we click on reports and we see that in the roast section we have two different types of reports: sequential and open. Open reports can be for any time period you choose, can be overlapping, have gaps, etc. Sequential reports are meant to completely cover your roasting activity without duplicates, meaning they need to be consecutive without overlaps or gaps. Let's start with those and generate our first report. The system assumes you are doing this on a monthly basis and chooses the first month where data exists, in our case January 2024. The report itself consists of two parts. The first is a summary per bean. We see that we roasted 26 batches of the India cherry using roughly 300 kg, yielding about 250 kg with an average loss of a bit more than 15%. The second part is a list of roasts within the given period. Initially, it shows only the last 10. Each entry covers the date, a link to the roast, a link to the beans, and the amount and yield data. We can enlarge the list by clicking here at the bottom and get all 52 roasts with a summary at the end. 567 kg, which of course should correspond to the total amount of the summary table above. Okay, let's save that. We can open it again and check the content as seen before. In addition, we can now export both the summary and the roast list to various formats. Clicking on PDF for the roast list asks us for some company information that will be added to the report. This will pop up only once. After it generated the document, we can open it and see the company information, name, date, and the list of roasts, including the summary data. The report is still marked as draft because it is not yet finalized, which I show in a second. Going back, there is always the option to regenerate the PDF if some information changed, or to export it in another format for further processing. But now, we close the report and add the next one. As you can see, the start date is automatically fixed to the end date of the previous one to avoid any gaps in reporting. The data itself is very similar, so we save and close and create a third one. This is really quick to do. Now, as soon as we have checked that our report correctly mirrors our real-world situation, we are ready to finalize it. That means that we will no longer be able to delete or change the report, as well as the main data of all the roasts contained in the report. Finalizing also generates a new PDF, which we can briefly open, and that will no longer have the draft watermark in the background. Such finalized reports will have a small grey indicator on the side and a grey frame around it if opened. We cannot edit or delete the report anymore, and when we go to one of its contained roasts, these will also have the grey indicator and frame, and most of the critical data such as beans, amounts and machine cannot be changed. Some properties such as color measurements are still open for editing though. Going back to our reports, if we jump from the January to the March one, we see that we cannot finalize it since we need to do that one after the other. So opening the one from February, we can finalize this one. And then it also allows us to do the same with the March report. These fixed reports and rows will help us a lot when working with certain third-party organizations, such as the German customs authorities, who require some documentation that cannot be altered anymore. But there is so much more we can do on the platform. Stay tuned and look forward to the next video where I will talk about the purpose and advantage of open roast reports and hint at a lot of the other great features of Artisan Plus.